Why? Why wargaming? Why? That is the ultimate question. The biggest question that has currently come out in recent weeks, especially after the announcement of the Type 5 Heavy. Now, obviously, as a CC, I can't really say much about this tank. I can't really showcase the statistics or anything like that because I am under NDA and the tank is currently in testing. And technically speaking, I'm supposed to be testing the tank as well, but I just don't have it with me right now. So I am going to talk about it briefly. And not necessarily statistics-wise, but the concept of having the Type 5 Heavy in Blitz as a T10 collector tank. Why? Wargaming. For the love of God. The Type 5 Heavy, especially the tech tree line from Water Tanks PC, has been a topic of discussion for many, many years in Blitz. Many years. In fact, we've been wanting the Type 5 Heavy line for such a long time, it's not even funny. And then when we heard that the Type 5 Heavy is finally coming to Blitz, we were so excited because we thought, yes, finally, Wargaming are listening to us about the Type 5 Heavy and they're giving it to us. In fact, we're going to go all the way back to when this tank was officially announced, the Type 71. Now, the Type 71, we didn't realize was going to be the Japanese heavy tank that we are going to get. We just assumed when Japanese heavies were announced that the Type 5 Heavy was going to be the one. And then, to our surprise, it was this thing, the Type 5 Heavy. Don't get me wrong. The Type 71. Don't get me wrong. The Type 71 is a freaking amazing tank. It's a beautiful, beautiful tank. It's so good. In fact, it was actually cooked before it was nerfed. So, yeah, thank you, Wargaming, for giving us a really, really good tank. But that's not what our issue was. The issue lied with the fact that they gave us a tech tree line that we didn't ask for. We wanted the Type 5, have been yearning it for so long, especially those veteran players like myself who played Water Tanks PC prior to playing Blitz. It's annoying. It really is. It really is annoying. And then to be told that the Type 5 Heavy is going to come to Blitz, but it's going to be a T10 collector tank. Do we need more collector tanks in Blitz? No. We could use a Type 5 Heavy tech tree line. It's something we've been wanting forever. Yes, hypothetically speaking, the OI at T6 would be enormous. Look at the Junu, for instance. This is the T6 Japanese heavy tank. It's a big tank. It is a big tank. But it's nowhere near as big as what the OI would be. The OI is huge. And I can understand why it won't fit into Blitz. Especially at T6. Okay, fair enough. The size thing may be a bit of an issue. Okay, understandably so. But I'm sure they can make it work, considering the fact they made the Type 5 Heavy work. Why wouldn't the Type 4 Heavy work? The Type 4 Heavy is technically the same size as the Type 5 Heavy. It's only slightly smaller. That's a tier 9. Surely you could make that work. It'd be nice to have a new tech tree line in Blitz. The Type 5 Heavy was the perfect opportunity to introduce that. Why is it, on the contrary, we got it as a collector tank? It just boils my buffers. It makes me wonder if the rest of those T10 tech tree tanks from Water Tanks PC are coming to Blitz as collectors. We have so many flipping collector tanks at T10, it's not even funny. Like, these are the ones I have in my garage. I've got a Sheridan Missile, I've got an Object 260, a Concept 1B, a Kampfpanzer 50T, a T22 Medium, an Object 907, Object 268 version 4, Super Conqueror 121B, 114 SB2, STRVK. I also have the WZ175A that I sold accidentally. Yeah, I know I'm a fucking idiot for doing that, but it is what it is. My point being, we have heaps of collector tanks at T10. We don't need another collector tank at T10, okay? Having it as a tech tree would be so much better. It'd be so much better because it means more people can play it. It means that more people can enjoy it for free. But no. And the main reason Why? It's a collector tank, as I'm sure you all know. I mean, it's obvious. It's money. Come on, surely you can't tell me that the Waffenträger Alfie 100 or the Waffen F1.0 wasn't introduced so that Wargaming couldn't make a big profit out of it. Yeah, of course they did. Of course. That's 100% the reason why they introduced that bloody thing. So they can make money. Look at what happened when they introduced the Phoenix into Water Tanks PC in the auctions for 100,000 gold. The Phoenix being the Waffenträger Alfie 100. They reintroduced it as the Phoenix and put a price tag of 100,000 gold on it, and people bought it. It was sold out within seconds. And the one in Blitz was in containers in the after party event. Do you see a trend here? Do you see a trend? Because I certainly see a trend. It's ridiculous. There is way too much monetization in Blitz, and it needs to stop, okay? We need more tech tree lines. If you want to keep the game active and you want to keep the player base active, Wargaming, give us more tech tree tanks. Give us the STRV 103B, make it a tech tree tank. Get the Object 430U, make it a tech tree tank, right? The Object 705A, make it a tech tree tank. This tank here, the Super Conqueror, is a tech tree tank. It's a T10 British tech tree tank. The FV215B is a collector tank. It's now a collector, like the FV215B183, right? What else is there that we can use? The Manticore would be great as a collector tank on its own. That is a tank that I can agree would be good on its own, because we have a T10 British light tank. Okay, what about the Centurion Action 10? That's also, the Action X, that's also a good tank that can come as a T10 collector. It's a standalone, right? But then tanks like, as I was saying, the Stridsvagn tanks or the UDES, that can be a tech tree line. I understand there's going to be a bit of an issue with hydropneumatic suspensions and whatnot, but I'm sure we can make it happen. And I'm pretty sure that one of the Wargaming guys were saying that the suspension sort of physics is going to be improved upon in the ultra test. So do keep that in mind, okay? The point I'm trying to make is there is an abundance of tech tree tanks from Water Tanks PC that we can use in Blitz. Okay, we can have them as tech tree tanks. Do not introduce them as collector tanks at T10. We have enough fucking collector tanks at T10 as it is. Excuse my language, but for fuck's sake, it's so infuriating when we try to convince, or we try to portray that feedback to Wargaming, say, guys, please, we don't want any more collector tanks at T10. Give us tech tree tanks. We, especially free-to-play players or veteran players who've spent enough money as it is in Blitz, we don't want to spend more money. Give us the opportunity to have more tanks to play, more T10, T9s, Tier 8s, T7s to play and to grind with tech trees. It's as simple as that. So the next time there is a line that you want to introduce, Wargaming, for the love of God, make it a tech tree tank. Please. Please. It'd be great. I'm going to introduce polls from now on. Every single day, I'm going to put a poll on my community tab. Vote. I want to know your opinions on everything, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this topic as well. Not just a Type 5 Heavy, but any freaking collector tank that's come in that's actually a tech tree tank in Water Tanks PC. Let me know your feedback. I want to convey this feedback to Wargaming. As I said, I am a CC. I want to convey this feedback from the community to Wargaming. So tell me in the comments down below what you think about all this T10, collector tank nonsense. And also, the point I want to raise before I go as well is having so many T10 collector tanks is not good for the player base, because it means that new players who don't have any experience in the game whatsoever are given the opportunity on a golden platter to purchase these things and play T10 straight off the bat. That's not good. It's not good. It's something that we veteran players have been complaining for ages about, especially pro players and comp players. It's one of the reasons why so many people no longer play the game. Some of the best players in the game no longer play because of the influx of new players that are playing at T10 for no apparent reason. Let them earn the opportunity to play at T10. Give them the opportunity to earn tier 10 as a playground for them. Do not just give it to them on a golden platter. Let them earn it. For us older players, for the veteran players like myself and everyone else, we had to earn the right to play at tier 10. We grinded our asses off for days, weeks, months to get to tier 10. Now everyone is just like, oh, free XP, this, XP this, XP that. It's great for us veteran players if we don't want to bother grind anymore. But for God's sake, for the newer players, just stop. Please. That is my message to everyone. And to Wargaming. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, look after yourselves. As I was saying, look after your friends and family. Peace in the Middle East. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one. And stay safe on the battlefield, by the way, as well. I hope you're enjoying these, these talks that we have. These opinionated talks. Because it gives me an idea what you guys think. And it lets you guys know what I think. I'll let you guys go there. Alright? See you later, man. Love you all. Take care.